same show, two different versions.
That's cool. Everyone will like it.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Many ways to promote. So, what do you think of this whole new blog talk? They changed how you can look at your. I can't understand it. It's all screwing me up.
I don't like it.
2 minutes until showtime.
Stats, man. I think it's a bunch of shit.
Yeah, they're trying to fix it now because they realize everyone's complaining.
I mean, my stats went down to practically nothing.
Yeah, it's because it's not. They're not. Yeah, they're not the same stat. It's comparing apples to apples. It's not the same thing.
Exactly.
But anyway, they're gonna try to get it fixed up.
Have you ever heard of Voice America?
Yes, actually, the founder of Access Consciousness is on Voice America.
What?
Dr. Dane here and the other founder of Access, Gary Douglas, they do a show that I listen to every once in a while on Voice America.
Oh, yeah. Well, they invited me to do a show.
Oh, cool.
So one of the things I'm working on is to raise the funding.
1 minute until showtime.
So I launched my book. Did you get that thing book on my book? The book that I wrote?
No, I didn't see that.
Oh, you didn't? For the next couple of days, 2 or 3 days, I'm offering my book for free on Kindle. So go to Amazon.com and Google and or Aloha, you can buy my book, and there you can download it for free on Kindle.
Cool, I'll do that after because I'm going to buy another Kindle. That's one thing I was going to do while I'm in Japan. Well, I'm in Hawaii too, but I was going to buy a Kindle because my last one broke about a year ago, and I've been so many books I've been wanting to put on my Kindle.
Well, no, you can download the free version onto your computer too as well.
Yeah, well, so I'll do that, and then but I like to read on my Kindle, so I'm going to go buy a new Kindle this week too. That was one of my many things to do. We're going live in 1 minute.
So we're going live right now.
Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Blog Talk Radio. This conference is being recorded.
People tell me every day, love is gonna come my way. Searching for clues that I hope to find. Want something that's gonna last. I wanna live and forget the past. I know this change is gonna do me good. I know this change is gonna do me good. Even though it hurts me now, I know this change will do me good. I'm wondering where the wind will blow. If you got a clue, then let me know. Don't hold back now. Give me a sign. Tell me something really good. Like live your dreams, you know you should. I know this change is gonna do me good. I know this change is gonna do me good. Even though it hurts me now, I know this change will do me good. Everything changes in its own way. I'm feeling better every day. And I wanna look back at all of this someday. And I wanna even though it hurts me now, I know this change will do me good.
relationships between love. Aloha, welcome to tonight's Golden Age Music Show. Tonight we're talking with Kim Janakos, all the way out of, you said you were in Japan, but now you're in Hawaii, with his album, The Beginning is Here. Aloha, Tim, how are you?
Aloha, and I'm wearing Aloha shirt just for Andrew Aloha today, as I'm looking out the window at Waikiki Beach.
Yeah, I'm wearing my own Aloha shirt too while we're at it too. Why not? Tonight we're talking with Cam, and he's a prolific singer-songwriter and musician with over 50 plus songs to his name. This new CD, The Beginning This Year, will prove to be the most daring CD Kim Janakos has released to date. Is it Janakos or Janakos?
Janakos.
Janakos, okay, there you go. His visionary lyrics that afflict the comfortable and comfort the afflicted with master arrangements and mixing by the musical genius Remy this road of Wave Reader Productions are sure to delight any audience. The CD jumps from hard rock to acoustic ballads and even to reggae, a taste of many genres in one musical delight of a CD. Kim has been writing songs for many years, and they just keep getting better and better. He has won many music contests and will win many more in the future. Come here. Why many radio stations around the world have already featured many of his songs on their shows, and why the podcast world has been spreading his music up to all corners of the world for many years. For more on Kim Janakos, The Beginning is Here, go to www.tjmusic.org. And we're going to talk to Kim more about his music, about his endeavors and so forth. Meantime, I do want to give a big love to all of our underwriters that help keep making the show happen from week to week, month to month, year to year, beginning with Maha Bikini Lorraine at www.mahadikini.com. Maha Bikini Lorraine's life has been a personal journey exploring sexuality and spirituality for over 20 years. She's a certified tantric counselor and tantric healer and a certified mind sound teacher. Maha Bikini Lorraine is also a graduate of Margot Non year-long Skydance and Tantric Facilitator Training Program, as well as a current member of the American Association of Sex Educators, Counselors, and Therapists Club, as well as a charter member of the Association of Sexual Energy Professionals. She regularly attends trainings and conferences to keep current with the latest research and information on sexual education. And then we have the 90-Day Ascension Journey at www.90dayascensionjourney.com. When you sign up for the 90-Day Ascension Journey, you will be facilitated with defining and redefining your soul, your true life purpose. You will be assisted with finding out what ascension means to you. On this journey, you will be provided with tools, techniques, and persistence to empower you to connect and reconnect with yourself and your emotions and feelings in your mind, body, and spirit. Through a universal soul-centered process, you will be going through a lifelong transformation that will allow you to move forward with your endeavors and never look back. Now, just to let you know, recently, within the last 2 weeks, I wrote the supplement for this program, the 90-Day Ascension Journey, the Engineer and Design Your Life the Way You Want it to be. You can now get the book version, the paperback version, on Amazon.com, and also you can get, for the next 2 to 3 days, you can get the Kindle version for free. So if you go to Amazon.com, Google Andrew Aloha, you find the book. You can see the book, and then you click on the book, and then now I don't know. They have some kind of weird stuff set up where they have this other offer. If you join Prime Unlimited or something like that, you can get the book there for free, but you have to join that. But anyhow, for this particular version, the free version I'm talking about, that I'm personally talking about, it's right underneath that. There's a button right underneath the Prime Unlimited, and there, if you click on that button, you can get it free as well. So you can check it out from there. We also have MUFON Symposium 2016 at www.mufonsymposium.com. The 2016 MUFON Symposium, UFOs from our Oceans to Outer Space is the 47th Annual International UFO Symposium sponsored by MUFON. This year's event feature outstanding UFO researchers and investigators from all over the world sharing their insights on UFOs, where they're from, what they are, and what it means for mankind. Join Aloha, myself, and I, and other scientifically minded people for a great event in Orlando, Florida, June 25th through the 28th of August of this year. You can check it out, and if you happen to see me there, then give me a big shout and let me know that you're there. In the meantime, we're back to Tim, all the way out of Hawaii, who actually lives in Japan, but right now he's vacationing in Hawaii. Oh darn!
Darn.
Excuse me, whatever.
It's a working vacation. I'm working.
Whatever. Oh darn. So anyhow, welcome to the show, Ken. And you've been on this show a couple times. And tonight we're featuring your album. The beginning is here. So for those of you, for those people that haven't heard this show or heard you before, Ken, why don't you just kind of give us a background about who Kim is, where you grew up at, and how you got into music and so forth. So whenever you're ready, go ahead.
Okay, so at a very young age, I wanted to be a singer-songwriter before I even knew how to sing or really knew how to write anything. Before I knew how to play guitar, before I knew how to play piano, before I knew how to play trumpet or saxophone, I decided I want to be a singer-songwriter. I don't know why I decided that, and I never changed that since before 10 years old. But my mom loved David Bowie, and she was obsessed with David Bowie, and I kind of thought of him as my dad because my mom left my dad when I was 2 years old. So we had pictures all over my house of David Bowie, but none of my dad, of course. And so people would say, "Who's that?" I would say, "Oh, that's my dad." And so I just wanted to be like David Bowie, be a singer-songwriter. And I started playing trumpet when I was 10. I started playing sax when I was about 13. I started playing guitar and piano probably about 15 or 16. And it took me actually till I was 25 before I could write my first complete song. But ever since I was about 13 or so, I would walk home from school, and I remember I would have songs in my head, and I would just sing them. I don't know where they came from. That would just the lyrics and everything and the melody. And I'd get home and I'd try to write them out, and I could never finish a song. I could never figure out how a song gets complete or how to put the music to it. I would try to put chords to songs, and I just never could do it. I would get frustrated. I'd throw it away. But finally, at about age 25, I was going to actually kill myself. I made like a determination: if I don't write my first song, or if I don't, there was a whole bunch of things I didn't have accomplished at age 25 that I wanted to have accomplished. And I said, if all these things don't happen by the time of my 25th birthday, I'm going to kill myself. And I was actually driving down the street, I was driving down the freeway coming back from LA, and I fell asleep in my car, and I flipped my car over right out of Compton.
Oh, wow.
And I was in the Compton hospital on a Sunday in the middle of summer. It was boiling hot, and there was all these people, really drugged out people in the Compton waiting room, and I was sitting there bleeding. I had this tail around my hand because I had like 3rd-degree concrete burns because my hand went out the window, saved my head from hitting the cement. And it was in the hospital. I was just like thinking like, what am I was going to kill myself, but I almost died in the car accident. I decided, what am I stupid or what? Why would I want to kill myself? So it was in the hospital that I started writing my first song, and I went home after getting out of the hospital, and I finally finished my first song. And ever since then, I've written about actually 60-something songs now. And along with that CD that I put out in 2012 that you're talking about now, I'm halfway through. I'm on song 8 of my 13-song plus CD that I'm recording in Spain. No, in Italy, sorry, in Madrid. So it's just coming out every day. I think I channel music. I don't know how if I was trying to teach someone how to write songs, it would be very difficult because I never sit down to write a song. It just comes out of me and I give birth to it. And so sometimes there's a lot of songs come out in 1 month. Sometimes there's a year I don't write a song. But they just come out when they're ready to come out, I guess.
Interesting. So, yeah, I mean, a lot of people channel. I think people channel all the time period.
Yeah.
But they just simply don't tap into it very much at all.
Yeah. Or they don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, literally on a regular basis. I think even the most layman person that exists out there is channels to a certain extent, but they just don't hone in those skills.
Yeah. So when I wrote the songs I wrote early on in my life, I'm just starting to now like read books that make sense out of the stuff I was writing a long time ago. I don't want to say my age. So but at that time, a lot of the stuff I was writing about, I don't know if I studied in this life or studied in a previous life, and I'm getting new revelations about what I wrote before, the profundity of it that I didn't really understand at the time I was writing it, so it must have been channeled or somehow. Wherever the infinite wisdom is coming from, I think it comes through everyone who's open for it, so I'm always open to when the song's ready to come out or whatever. I wrote 3 books now. Actually, I'm working on my 3rd or 4th book right now. So if I can't write songs, I go to writing other things, and then eventually a song will come out. That's pretty much it.
Like when did you first do your first album?
My first one, I would say, was in the mid 90s, or late 90s. I recorded my first. I think it was like a 5 songs demo CD, and then I released one with about 17 songs back in 2007, and then 2012 I released this one, and then 2014 I released a Japanese one because I won a contest in Japan, and now I'm working on. So I guess if I counted every one of them, even though there were some kind of demo CDs, I would say I'm on 4th or 5th one now, coming out of Italy.
Got it. So your first official album was when?
Back in 1998 or 97, I think it was. It was actually a co-production with another female artist I was singing with. The band was called Stranger's Milk, and she wrote half the songs and I wrote half the songs. So we released a Stranger's Milk CD, and then after I left that band, I recorded with another guy who we were going to put a band together, but he ended up running off. He found a wife when he was surfing in Bali, and he decided to sell all his guitars and move to Bali. So we never finished the CD, but I ended up releasing all the 10 or so songs of that CD with the old CD together into one CD eventually.
Got it. And then what's the scoop here on the beginning of here?
The beginning of here, I think, is my first really professional CD. So that one, what's his name? My head went blank. You just said his name and I just forgot. Oh my God, my head just went blank. No, the guy who produced my last CD. He just moved back to France after he finished the CD he was living in.
Oh yeah, Remy or something.
Remy, yeah, Remy Desroques. So Remy was my first really professional CD. So if you go back and get my other CDs, which are on CD Baby, they're very low quality compared to what he did. And my newest CD, which is going to come out, we haven't named it yet because we have 13 songs we're working on. I think that one's even going to be better than this one. So they just keep getting better. But the one that Remy did was really, finally the first one I can say, this is really professional. The other ones I was calling demo CDs. Yeah,
I was listening to it, and it has real nice, good quality sound.
Yeah.
And enjoying listening to it while I was putting together some stuff.
Yeah.
So, when did you finish that one up?
I finished that one right. We released it on December 21st, 2012, the first day of the new Golden Age, which is this is a great program, the Golden Age Music Channel, because we're a music show, because that was the beginning of the Golden Age, I think.
Well, people are misled, I think, and I think a lot of people have an idea. It's the thought that counts, I think, maybe.
Yeah.
But officially, the Golden Age, from what my calculations are, I read a bunch of information from Alice Bailey. I read some of her books, and in there it actually shows you when the Golden Age actually begins. It doesn't exactly spell it out verbatim, but if you calculate it out, it doesn't begin until 2025. And actually figured that out years and years and years ago. And then later on, if you go study the work of Sai Baba, and he says that the golden age will begin when he comes back, and he won't be back till the year 2024. So is my understanding. So plus or minus 1 year or so, that's about right. But I believe officially the golden age won't begin until 2025.
Well, the good thing about you and I, visionaries who have blog talk radio shows, we are actually creating the golden age every day. So we are ahead of ourselves. We are ahead of the times.
Yeah, exactly. And the golden age is much more than just when officially our solar system will be going into the age of Aquarius, but and that's part of that. We've been going into the age of Aquarius for several years. It takes 150 years to make that transition from our solar system going from the age of Pisces to the age of Aquarius. And literally the middle of that energy was during World War I, during World War II, the Vietnam War, Korean War, all those wars were literally the clashing of our solar system going from the age of Pisces to the age of Aquarius, and officially we'll finish out the age of Pisces in 2025. Is what I understand.
Cool. Well, we're all ahead of that. So I just declared it. I called it the beginning is here because that was everyone was saying was the end was near, and I decided, whether it's the end or beginning, it's my beginning. So I called it the beginning is here because I released it that day. Everyone was thinking it was going to be the end of the world or something. So I knew it was a beginning, not an end. Because every end is a beginning and every beginning is an end, so.
Well, absolutely. There's no, with the hurricane is only the end of the beginning of the new dawning of whatever day or whatever, so I hear you.
Yeah.
And we have it. We've been acclimating and imbibing the golden age for several years now, and officially we'll be there soon enough. We're pretty close to there anyhow, and more and more people are getting the hang of it. But there's still lots to process and work with that goes on. Yeah, so you're saying that you titled your album "The Beginning is Here" because our going to
Yeah, well, because I released it on that day.
You what?
I released it on the day everyone was saying the end was near, which was December 21st, 2012.
Yeah, I hear you from December 21st.
Yeah, I released it that day. I had a release party in Japan. I'll never have another release party on Friday. I expected 50 people to come because on my last concerts on Saturdays 50 people came, so I expected at least 50 people to come, and I thought a lot more would come. But I figured out after trying to have because that day was a Friday, that in Japan people don't go out on Friday. And all my friends were like, oh, Friday, I still have to work on Saturday, because in Japan a lot of people work 6 days a week. So their only night out is Saturday night if they go out. So it was kind of a flop. Not as many people came as I thought would come. So anyway, it was my beginning to step out into the light with my new CD.
Your party sounds like my party. Just kidding, I hear you. So
Did you get cut off? I can't hear you. The sound is having a technical difficulty. So I'm going to talk. Oh, I got a call back. Okay. Dropped off Skype. I got to figure out the code now. Bear with me here.
This service is provided by freeconferencing.com. Please enter your access code followed by the pound.
Okay.
This menu will repeat.
689328. Okay, 689328. 689328.
Access code accepted.
I'm
This
in.
conference is being recorded.
I hear you.
Okay, now I just got back in.
Okay, Ken, you're back. Ken, what, this is ground control. You you disappeared. You went into
That's
space
right.
back, I see.
Yeah.
Whatever. So anyhow, so how did you decide what song you were gonna put into this album, and what theme you were gonna put, what message you were gonna put out there?
Well,
What are your intentions behind this album?
originally that album was going to be titled Brighter Than the Sun, and I didn't actually realize there was 3 songs I was going to record on that CD that were called, somewhere in the song it had the message Brighter Than the Sun, which I didn't actually realize until I wrote one song called Brighter Than the Sun, and then I wrote another song called Princess, which also said Brighter Than the Sun in it, and then I wrote another song called, what was it called, which is actually going to be on my new CD. So I wrote 3 songs that had Brighter Than the Sun in the song, plus the title song called Brighter Than the Sun. And so I was going to title the CD Brighter Than the Sun, but during the recording, it took us 3 years to finish recording. I ended up writing so many new songs that I never recorded those 3 songs that I was going to put on the CD. So now, actually, on my new CD, I recorded 2 of the 3. Wait, Brighter Than the Sun? Yes, I recorded Brighter Than the Sun, which is out. You can find it online. And I recorded, I didn't record Princess, but I recorded the other song that has Brighter Than the Sun, which is Knowing We Are One. So, yeah, by the time I got to song 10 and my producer said, I'm going to be moving out of Japan and going back to France, so we're going to have to stop recording. So I figured, okay, we originally were going to do it a 12-song CD, but we decided, okay, we're on song 10. There's 10 good enough songs on the CD. We'll just go ahead and release it. And then I thought, what were we going to call it? Because I looked at the other 10 songs, and then I was just thinking about that date coming, 21st of December 2012, so I decided, I just took that name right there because it just fit. And all the songs really on the CD are very much about, moving into, a new consciousness and really stepping into a new era. So I figured it was a beginning for me because I never recorded such a professional CD, and now my newest CD coming out after this is going to be even more professional. So it was really my beginning, I would say my debut in the professional music CD world, that CD.
Nice. So, well, here, what I want to do, I'm going to open up the lines to area code 586. I don't know, is that you again, Liz, or is that somebody else? Area code 586? You're on both lines now. How can you do that? What do you clone? What do you have a twin?
I called from my other phone and just didn't hang up the other phone.
Alright, so anyhow, we're going to get you a copy of Tim's album, the beginning this year, and I mean, unless you're opposed to that, you want a copy of this new album, of this album?
Yeah, she's actually one of the people who purchased my CD on Amazon downloadable, but she doesn't have the physical copy, so that would be cool to send her the physical copy.
Yeah, I've got the physical copy. I'll send that to her, and then she'll have the physical version as well. Do you have any questions?
Different albums that are worth, but not the newer one.
What's that?
Yeah, you don't have the newer one. The newer one's not. Yeah, the newer one's gonna come out soon, so she doesn't have the last one.
What's the name of your new album?
I'm not gonna. Last time I tried to name it before it was finished, and that was a mess. So I debated different names for it, and it's morphing. So I'm gonna listen to all 12 songs